showed me your map today. How does my map compare?
You know what? It's so much better, Sean. My map is to shame.
We're streaming.
Should I share my map with everybody?
Yeah, real quick.
Post your map in game chat so I can put on the stream.
Hold on. I am
Game room live chat.
Let's
Yeah, you like
Game room live.
Oh, Dan, the I'm sorry to tell you that
I couldn't find it, so it's in Sean game.
I'm sorry to tell you that Discord is
He couldn't
fucking
find it?
snitching on you that you're in a League of Legends.
No,
game
Sean, I'm not. Don't worry.
That you're playing Vladimir.
Oh,
Does
here,
it
I
tell
can
you that? All that information?
Oh, look at this. Look at Dan's map, everybody. What a
There's
what a
layers.
good
There's
map,
layers. Look at
Dan. I can
Dan's
zoom
map,
in
and
on
then-
the castles.
And then compare it to my map. Which one? Chat, tell me. Get in the comments, chat,
Well,
and tell
I
me
mean,
which map you think is better.
You guys use different programs to make the maps, you know?
That's it.
You know, that's what it is.
that's the
He's using
core
this is a
difference.
map making program, it looks like, and you that's what it seems like.
This is the art of a kindergartner.
And then when I go to yours, you're using tabletops.
I mean, I'm a man with a napkin and a crayon.
You know what
box
you
with,
could
like
do though?
Yeah, I would, Sean.
Okay, so we'll talk about that later. We're doing
I mean,
for chat.
I would never.
Never.
I would never do something
internet
like that.
community. We would never
I wouldn't do that.
commit.
You know why, Sean? Because that's wrong.
Yeah,
That's
morally reprehensible things.
Thank you for asking me, so I had the opportunity to show everyone how I wouldn't do something like that.
That's
No
wrong
problem,
and
no
illegal.
problem.
Dan, you sound
Dan?
good.
Like not coughing.
Like no, like you're I don't know, maybe it's
the
a
night is
difference in
young.
your voice, but I feel like it's a microphone.
I have the same microphone.
Okay, then it's
I
your
just-
voice.
He's just playing League of
I am
Legends.
playing League of
closer to the
Legends.
screen.
I'm leaning forward.
Maddie's
one of
been
the
addicted to
fun
playing a
emotes is
squirrel
like-
and
I want to
smite.
apologize to everyone for Dan playing League of Legends. A week ago, we played a week ago, Dan was like, I haven't touched League in a month or so. And I was like, hey, do you want to play
Oh,
some
no.
ARAMs together? He was like, sure, why not? ARAMs are always fun. And now he's playing actual League games.
No, I'm not playing actual League
It's
games.
the
Actual
arena.
League games are dog shit terrible. They ruined
It's
the
the
game.
arena game mode. He showed up maybe 45 minutes after you went to bed, David, being like, "Hey, Sean, you want to play some arena games?"
Arena is actually fun.
No,
Sometimes.
no, I
I
don't.
hate MOBAs.
Right, okay, D&D.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Last time on Dragon These Balls. They finished that snake dungeon. A lot of snakes died.
Oh
A
no.
lot of them. A lot of snake people died.
Ooh, auntie.
Yuan-Ti. They found the dwarf Varam the White that they were looking for. They did manage to get Varam in their hands alive. And then after that happened, they're like, no, fuck these snake people, and attacked the snake priestess. And
Not
in the
questionable at all.
ensuing conflict, Varam the White was killed. In another timeline, Fro was killed, but that was just a false timeline, and everybody just has a nightmare about it.
There was like a flash of like I got killed, and then wait a minute, whoa.
Yeah. It was Nick. It was in the same way that I killed Carney. I cut him in half again.
Oh wow.
I keep cutting Chad's characters in half.
Is that how you killed Carney?
That is how I
Did
killed
Carney die more than once?
Carney got. Well, I'm thinking of the Roper death at least,
Oh,
where
okay.
I roped him into a Roper's mouth, and it like I just have this image of Carney.
Oh yeah, that was
Carney's
Clarny.
top half.
Clarny, you're saying the wrong
Clarny,
name.
sorry.
Carney died
Hold on.
to a 200-foot
Foot drop. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Clarny died to a roper chomping on his top half, and then the bottom half sliding down the like roper
Yeah,
stalagmite.
that was pretty hot.
all gross and visceral, and that lives in my brain. Proud of myself for that one. That was a good player death. Everybody liked it.
Everybody liked that.
Everybody liked it. Chad, what did you play after that? Did you play Carney?
Yeah, I just played Carney for a few games till we could revive him.
So we could revive him. Yep.
I think we ended up actually finding a scroll of resurrection.
Yeah, something like that. We
Yeah, something happened.
We brought him back. It took us a couple games, 2 or 3 games, but we brought him back.
Once we were out of the Underdark. Yeah.
The gang found some loot after killing all the Yuan-Tis, and they bring Baram's body with them back out of the dungeon. Couple days of travel back to the keep ensues. Evan, I don't know, teleports like rubber bands when the party gets far enough away from him, and just like appears next to you guys still.
He beams down from the sky.
Oh, he beams down from like scorched grass in front of you, 3-point landing. I'm imagining the Bifrost from the MCU movies.
It's actually a 2-point landing. He's just standing there like normal. He goes, how's it going?
So is it more of a Star Trek beam?
Yeah, but no, it's a big like somebody else would do a 3-point landing, but he's just standing.
Okay, so it is the Bifrost, but
Yeah.
Evan's just like, sup. And you guys continue on your merry fucking travels. As you make it to the keep on the Borderlands, something odd is on the horizon. I'm gonna be a dick and make you guys roll perception checks.
Shit, yeah, it's D&D. Why would we not roll checks?
Why would you not roll checks? Let's see if you guys are just oblivious to the world around you.
Garth is.
I got a
Dan, you gotta stop yelling at those people in League of Legends.
I'm
We're
not
playing
yelling,
D&D, buddy.
I got a 5. I'll be typing all day, taking notes.
Jesus.
taking notes. Had to roll a perception check.
23.
I
got 5.
9. I got 9.
ooh 25.
I also got a 25.
Nice.
Anybody who rolled above a 10 sees a giant airship docked at the keep, floating above the walls of the keep. There's with anybody with a decent one, maybe like 15 or higher, can see that there's like a plank, a walk path between one of the walls and the airship. How many of you have ever seen an airship before? Not Ty. Ty's never seen an airship before. Uguay's never seen an airship before. Garf has seen an airship before.
I would say I have
see this
too.
thing.
Yeah, you don't see this thing right now, but
I'm oblivious.
Herrick has seen an airship before.
The
Bro?
technology in my necklace is more impressive than this airship.
Okay.
I would say I saw one. There was a vampire once. I went after that one. How about that?
I've learned about them. I've learned about them.
Okay, learned about them. They're not like super high tech. They're just hard to build. They're just expensive and hard to build.
Not common.
Not common. Not necessarily high tech.
John,
Yo.
are these like Zeppelin style airships or like?
No, they're the it looks like it could be in water. Ship. It's wood. It's got a wooden hull. Very. The hull is very. Thin's not the right word. It can't. It wouldn't sit very low in the water. Is how I put it. It's not like tall. It maybe has one level beneath decks. Is what I'm trying to say.
Or like a Viking boat.
What?
Like a Viking boat?
Yeah. I think of Viking boats as having no level beneath the deck, but sure. Then if that's what works in your brain, then that's what it is. It has one big sail in the center, and then two smaller sails in the sort of like back left and right that do seem to flicker with some sort of arcane energy. And that seems to be how it remains in the air. So that's the like weird thing. That's the weird thing that's at the keep when you get there. As you pull up, those of you that rolled less and less high begin to like notice, and like your friends can point it out if you'd like. You can have a conversation about an airship if you'd like. Role play a nice airship conversation. But you guys are probably at like the crossroads, the like little makeshift.
That's pretty far away.
Wait,
Right?
why are we all talking about airships all of a sudden?
Yeah, what are you guys talking about?
It's above the thing, the keep.
Oh, holy shit.
Whoa!
Can I do a history check on that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I got a 22. Do I actually recognize which ship this is?
Yeah, you do. But I'll wait for Garth to roll a history check.
All right. That's a 30-20.
20. Right. So, Herrick knows the name of the ship and whose ship it is. It is known as the Arm of the Lawbringer. It is one of 3 airships commissioned in the Rumagarian Kingdom. Garth, you know of airship construction. You don't know necessarily which one this is at the moment, but you are aware that there are 3 and what 3 there are. Carrick knows that one's the Arm of the Lawbringer. The other ones are the King's Barge, which is literally just the it's like the private jet, essentially the private airship of the king. And then the other one is owned by a very rich, super rich merchant who it's a private owned airship, the only privately owned airship, and it actually docks in the mountains by the dwarves. It's I don't have a name for it, so I'm not going to name it right now. I'm going to have it be this secretly rich dwarf fellow who maybe we'll have it be Clarny's ship. Maybe that's Clarny's ship.
Clarny's got an airship. That's fucking tight for Clarny.
Clarny's got an airship. Yep, that's what I'm deciding right now. Clarny's got an airship. It's how he goes to the Goblands.
That.
Because why on earth would you walk to the Goblin?
Why would you walk to the Goblands when you are a level 24 cleric?
That makes sense with his.
Can
With
we
his
call it the Zurich?
You could teleport to the
That's
Goblins
Zurich?
if you wanted to.
The Zurich.
The Zurich.
Because that's what Varric named his ship in Legend of Korra. That was my idea.
No, I liked it, Dan. I love it.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody pointed laugh.
No. That's a cool name.
well,
We like Avatar.
We like
Well,
it.
We do like
It's a
Those
pro
are-
space.
this.
It's a great airship name, the Zurich.
Listen, I like Cora better, and Varric's my favorite character. So that
Alright,
works
you
for me.
get out of here right now.
Yeah, I'll leave. I don't give a shit.
Hell yeah.
I'll stand with that.
No, I'm with you. I got Chad's back. Are we
I
fighting?
like Cora, but I'm
No, I'll take that ship name though. Hell yeah.
I don't see many flying vehicles around here. You know this one?
No, I don't. I really don't.
Sorry to interrupt. Carl, the arm of the Lawbringer is held by like essentially the police force, the military. The like head of the army can take it out. The head of the standing forces.
Mm.
Major General. Sorry, please continue, Garf.
Did we actually come up with a name for this thing, or is it still like in the works?
For the
Airship.
airship, this airship's name is the arm of the Lawbringer.
Yeah, it's called the Arm of the Lawbringer. It's a private airship, you know. Barney, I think.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't know.
I mean, you can keep talking. I'm just telling you. If you. I'm not. Never mind. I'm not going to stop you.
Well, I'll just do this. I'll recite basically all the general information you gave about this airship for
Gotcha.
whatever role I accommodated for.
You did great. My bad.
No, you're totally fine. That works out for me, anyways. Yeah. I'm super curious to know why it's here, though. So I'm gonna keep on checking this out.
I mean, is the keep under the like jurisdiction of this city you're talking about?
I don't want to talk about the paperwork.
Okay. I'm with
In
you,
all
right?
likelihood, it's here to give us a.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Nice.
Right. You guys walk up to the keep, and there is like a sense of hustle and bustle as you approach. The guards out front see your approach and it's Goff! It's Goff! Open the gate! Open the gate! What are you guys called again?
It's Keeper Co., but those dudes
Keeper
would
Co.
probably say Garf and the Garfette.
It's Garf! It's Garf and the Garfettes! Garf and the Garfettes are back! You see Sir Cash at the top goes, "It's Keeper Co., you fucking morons." He respects you. He respects you guys.
Hell yeah.
The gate opens. You guys approach Sir Cash, and like Sir Cash normally like has a grown beard. Like, I mean, he shaves it on occasion, but like usually has stubble to a small beard, and like he doesn't really keep up with his army. He's like he's kind of like a bad boy. That's why Sir Mosley likes him. He's like always got a cigarette he's smoking. He's been cleaned up. Like spotless, clean shaven, no cigarette, fresh haircut, gel in the hair. He looks spotless.
Nice.
Mostly?
No, that's
You don't see Mosley, but this is Cash.
Oh, Cash. Thank you.
And he goes, "It's good you returned. The Lawbear, the Lawbringer's champion. Maybe I'll just call him the Law.
Write it down.
I need to look at the name of the god again. The Lawbringer or the Lawbearer, whichever one it is. The other one's the other. He's been bugging Mosley for about a day and a half now, waiting upon your return. Please tell me you found this fucking dwarf you won't stop talking about."
hey, the ring bearer.
No, give me a second.
I wasn't there for the dwarf thing. How did that go? Garth?
Yeah, I'm
Not
gonna.
good.
Hey, Sean, would I have gone on with the mindset of bringing the body back?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the card that we brought back.
I was
so
gonna say I would have thought that I would.
Yeah. 100% between you and Joa's character, you'd be like, yeah, we gotta bring that. Yeah, I mean, both of you would have that mind. You both know of the spell Speak with Dead. It's not like an unheard of thing for you two. It's the Lawbearer. The Lawbearer is the god. So this guy's title is the Lawbringer. Champion of the Lawbearer, the Lawbringer. That's not going to get confusing at all, I promise. Never.
I'll remember it.
Right. Okay. You guys head up to Sir Mosley's like waiting room where you guys have had a lot of tea, bringing the cart with Varam's body in it. And the inside is Sir Mosley, also like super cleaned up, shaved, except for his mustache. Still has his big bushy mustache, but it's waxed. Mustache is like freshly waxed and curled. He somehow managed to get like a page or a squire to fit him into his formal armor that, Garth, you don't think he's worn since the last time he attended a ball, and you can't remember how many years and or decades that's been.
Oh, I could remember.
Been
I
about,
don't see that because my feet.
it's been about 23 years since this man's put that armor on.
I do love it. I do love it when he dresses up and gets gilded. Puts on the gilded one.
It doesn't look great, but he insisted, and you know he insisted. The Lawbringer is this like he looks. I'm going to just call him a space marine. He's like, imagine just a blue armored ultramarine.
Jeez Louise, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just
Did I
dude's
get that
just
spelling?
an ultramarine.
Did I get the spelling right, Sean? I posted it in
what?
Game Room Live there.
Lawbringer.
Bob
Why
Ringer.
are you like this?
I can't get it out of my head.
Alright, well, the Lawbringer. Fuck you. You ruined it.
You ruined it. You
Oh.
fucking ruined it.
The Lawbringer stands uncomfortably by the fire,
Ringing his lobs.
bringing his lobs, encased in his armor. And so ultramarine armor, not blue, make it like plated steel, like polished,
Nice.
like gunmetal steel. So maybe something more attuned to Fallout power. But highly intimidating. And a dude probably stands somewhere at 8.5 feet tall. Turns to you. No helmet. So like the plate just sort of like ends at his like there's a gorget protecting his neck, but he doesn't have a helmet on. Turns, he has like military style buzz cut, and you can see a bunch of scars across his skull, and one that has taken the tip of his nose off and continues along the lower part of his eye. and that eye is like lazy. It isn't like milky white or gone, but it like muscles definitely got fucked by whatever disfigured him like that. He is like he's got advantage on intimidation, 100%. Like you all sort of like flinch.
Yeah, this is
When you see him.
Cable.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's what I'm
yeah.
picturing. Cable and power armor
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, you're talking Cable from
from
X-Men.
Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah, a
Excellent.
little bit. Yeah, a little bit. A little more scarier though. Like he definitely seems to be. He turns in and he's like, "Did you find him? Did you bring him to me?"
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah, see, not to be unexpected. We'll get him aboard. We'll get him back to them clerics back in Central City. Good work, lads. Good work. He gives you like a salute.
I salute back like a tough boy.
Well,
I still
you
got
got
like
you got a mighty fine group of adventurers here, Mosley. I wouldn't think a guy like you would be able to accrue a fine group like this, but I'm impressed, and I'll be bringing this information back to the king with me. Hope you don't mind, but I'll be requisitioning your group here.
What was that supposed to mean, a guy like you?
Huh?
When you said that, when you said a guy like Mosley, what kind of guy
Mosley
is he?
here. Mosley here. Well, you know, I've headed many a van in my day, and Mosley here is part of the reserve. And so he hasn't seen much of the same level of combat as me, but I'm impressed nonetheless.
Ah, okay.
But he's told me this your cash fellow that runs the captain's guard has said that you're known as Keeper Co. But Mosley keeps mentioning something about Garth and the Garfettes. Can you parse the difference for me?
Professionally, Keeper Co. Unprofessionally, amongst all allies, Garf and the Garfettes.
Well, I'll make sure to write Keeper Co. down on the paperwork. Well, for those of you that wish to continue in this employ, there's a ship up top. It leaves at 0600 tomorrow morning. You better be on it.
Heard.
You have a report to give to the king.
Oh, I wonder who's gonna work on that.
Is it me?
It's me. No, it's
Oh,
me.
cool.
Scarf. You were saying something, Ty?
Ty's gonna just sort of sigh and walk away. Ty's gonna go down to see Ashley.
You just walk out?
Yeah, I just walk out. Give a big sigh, walk
Was
out.
that a fucking snake woman that I just saw walk out of here?
Yeah.
What's it to you?
Feels questionable at best. Mosley, what kind of establishment are you running here? You got snake people walking around. Mosley's like, hey man, chill. We're on the outskirts. We accept all kinds out here. And Ty's pretty good. Ty's one of the good ones. You go down to see Ashley. Ashley welcomes you with a big grin. And is like, how'd you see the airship, sweetie?
I did see the airship. I did see
It's
the
been
airship.
so exciting here. Especially since you and Garth and Sir Mosley came to town. It's just been nothing but exciting, but I haven't seen you much since they showed up. You went out on your adventures.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been over a while. You know, adventuring, I don't know if it's for me exactly. I don't know. I'm not really making friends out there. It's really violent, you know.
The boys really miss you, and they miss the little shows you used to put on with your little images.
Yeah, miss the boys too. It was always, you know, that was what I think of as like the highlight of my life. Just being in town with everyone, putting on shows, seeing smiling faces, meeting people as they pass through, never having to kill anyone, you know.
She kind of grabs you and gives you a little kiss on the cheek and says, "Well, sweetie, you're always welcome here. There's always a place at my hearth for you."
Thanks, Ashley. I really need to hear that, and I'm glad to be back. Yeah, and I was just gonna hang out in the bar for the rest of the night.
Oh, you were gonna say forever.
No, I think that is what he
Yeah,
means.
is that your
That's
plan?
also-
Is that your plan?
Yeah,
Hey, everybody, this is
Ty's
how
retiring.
Ty's retired.
Nice.
Nice way.
Good for Ty.
I like it. Yeah.
Nice little retirement for
Son,
Ty.
Son's here. You know?
Son, yeah, Son's hanging out there. Ty and Son get to have a nice little conversation. Is the tavern at the keep where we retire characters?
Yeah.
I think Giselle's body's still here.
Definitely.
encased in glass like Lenin's mummy over in the corner.
It's Giselle's corpse.
Hey, you get a retirement. You get a severance package for leaving. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they sever a bunch of ants in front of you. It's like, what the fuck?
what the fuck?
Corpse with a fedora and sunglasses on over in the corner. Every
Who else?
Christmas we put a pink feather boa around it. For the
Oh,
Christmas.
also, what's the other bard? What was Chad's other bard called?
Roomy.
Ruby is also into okay, so Ashley has Garf. Garf, you at some point during your downtime, okay, you've enchanted a back storage room to be like kind of TARDIS like. It's bigger on the inside, and it's a mausoleum of fallen
Nice.
compatriots. So there's
Yeah.
there's two tombs and then one like headstone, and it's like the perfectly kept together Giselle. There's Rumi's body as well in another glass case, and then there's just like in memoriam Dan.
With a big question mark below it.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Where we think he's dead. M/KIA question mark.
The important thing is we liked him.
Important thing is we like them. Anybody else? No, I think that's everybody.
I love that. Garth would do something like that. He's a real sentimental.
So
type.
I think is Traben at the tavern, or did he go back to the office? I think Traben went back to the office.
Yeah, he probably would have gone back to the office.
Yeah, I think Traben went back. to
Raven
the
works for
office.
death.
I sent Traven like desk like novelties, like little.
Yeah. World's number one, not dad, but like world's number one.
World's
cleric,
number one
yeah.
guy. You know.
I have like a hang in there poster with a cat on it.
Yeah, it's a skeletal cat.
Don't get rattled up too much.
Nice. That's a good one. Good one. This was a nice moment down memory lane. Anything anybody wants to do before at 0600 the next morning? That, and
goodbye
like
to
you
all the
guys,
good ones.
yeah, you guys are all getting like the warning that says you will not be able to return here until you complete several main story chapters.
I'll summon a cat.
You summon your celestial cat.
Yeah, my familiar.
Yeah, you got it.
I have so many books here that I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna get all these? How am I gonna take all these books?
John, give me a crazy tech alien bag of holding.
Yeah, I was just thinking about how I was gonna get a bag of holding.
Let me have one. Let me just have one in my
You
wrist.
want to have one?
Yeah.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Hell
Have
yeah.
a tech bag of holding. It's not magical. It's tech.
Dude, could I put these books in your tech bag?
You say you need to hold stuff? I'm so good at
Yeah.
that. What is
I
it?
need to hold this whole library.
I just start grabbing books and flipping my wrist and they disappear.
Hold on. Oh my god.
It's
That
the
looks
it's
old.
like the visual is a black hole.
Like Kagome,
things,
or who is it from Inuyasha?
things get spaghettified.
I wrote down a bunch of books, parentheses Garth. And I put
Pretty on.
Garth with a TH.
Pretty on Wayne.
Party on me. Party on Garth.
Anybody else need me to hold anything?
Oh, this whole alchemy set and table. No, I'm kidding. I'll leave this stuff here. I'll
Yeah.
tell. I have somebody that can watch over this stuff. Yeah, Garth is just saying bye to all the close homies. You're at eat, having good dinner, drinking, kind of having a little bit of fun with everybody before he leaves.
Same. Big tavern drinking night, you know?
And then pay my respects to all the fallen comrades before I go to. Tell somebody to take care of this room.
Benny will. Benny's still kicking around.
Perfect. Thank you, Betty.
Yes, my friend, of course.
Oh, did
man.
Benny ever find a like parapet of health or whatever?
Hurry up.
Benny,
Why did he need a parry?
That's what Dan asked him for before he left. He's like,
Oh.
hey, have you ever find something like this?
Nope. Nope.
It'd be funny.
whatever happened to the goblins?
You mean the orcs?
Yeah, the orcs, not the goblins.
They're still fighting in the mountains. Benny turns to you guys and goes, "Don't forget, my friends, while you're out on your adventures, if you find any way to free Benny from his dealings with the hells, don't forget your friend Benny."
Oh man,
I wasn't
we
aware
had a
of this.
duel with some bearded devils. So we have a little bit of a hookup. Hopefully some good word spread. We had a good interaction, you know. We got a blip on the radar.
Did they tell you who they worked for?
Yeah, they did actually. They worked for, and I'm gonna say who they worked for.
It was Zariel. It was Zariel, the archdevil of the first.
Yes.
Benny goes, my friend, that is a good meeting that you had, but not any help for me. I don't forget my dealings is with the second level archdevil, Dispater.
This hater. Gotcha.
I didn't forget that. I didn't get that. No, we'll do whatever we can. Using these resources, this guy's got a freaking blimp, dude. Did you see the size of that motherfucker too, Barry?
I thought about stealing it myself, but I think it would be a little too much for me.
Yeah, I think you'd set off a lot of red flags, but I mean, say love you.
And did you see that fucking guy? He's fucking huge.
Yeah, that's what
I don't think he's
about.
that
Like-
big. I think
He'd
it's
like
mostly the
crush
armor.
me. Yeah, but like it's the hands would start like grab me by my neck and fucking.
Don't
kill
let
me.
him catch you.
That's very true. That's why Benny's still alive.
Yeah, just hold this place down while we're gone. I have all the trust in you. My man. You're the best. Pretty cool, you know that?
Thank
Is
you.
there
my
anything we can anything else we can get for you while we're out? If we can't figure out, well, I mean, I'm almost positive we could probably figure out this health.
No, Benny is pretty content. I steal my knickknacks to just keep my my kleptomancy, klepto, whatever it fucking is.
Well, I
in
want to
chat-
get you like I want to get you a souvenir roll around. So like,
Oh, get me a souvenir. Anything you think that says Benny.
okay.
Anything that says Benny.
Yeah, you know, like it'll say like "Welcome to Thalador, Benny," and it's like a little keychain.
Nice. Yeah,
That
yeah.
would, that
That's
would
what
be
I was
lovely.
thinking.
Yes, that would be lovely. Benny also collects mini hats. That usually means I end up stealing from children, but c'est la vie.
Mini hats or many?
Mini, like very small. They fit. I put it right between my two little like eyebrow lift because I'm lizard. So I put it right there, and I look at myself in mirror and I chuckle. I also put fake mustache on. So any new variety of fake mustache, also send Benny's
Funny
way.
disguises. We'll look out for 'em.
This is your first time meeting Benny, technically.
Yeah.
Evan. Go ahead and make me a history check.
Okay. I got a 6, but I'm not from around here.
Yeah, that's the point. Herrick, are you in this room while this happens?
Yeah.
+2, it's an 8.
Go ahead and make me a history check. Yeah, Evan, you don't know. Herrick actually, I think, has the background. We'll see if he does.
Trying to zoom in. What that is? So 15.
15. As Benny explains like that, he likes little hats, various mustaches. Kind of take another look at him and like kind of like zone your eyes out a little bit and like think about him with a little hat or different kinds of mustaches. And you are almost certain that this guy has a wanted poster, some of them pretty old, on every wanted board you've ever seen. Various hats and mustaches, but the lizard-like background always the same. Sometimes a sunflower hat and like a Hitler mustache. Sometimes a top hat and like a curly Q mustache. One time a Fu Manchu and like a rice patty hat. Every shape and size. Anyways, that's Benny. Anything else before you guys want to leave?
No, I'm sad.
Did you guys know if there was any like diamond dust laying around here?
Oh, I got some.
You have some?
Maybe.
How
Why?
much? It's good for me to have it, so you guys don't die. I don't eat it, if that's what you were thinking.
Well, it's not dust yet.
You have diamonds. Is there somebody here that could industify them?
I mean, maybe.
Be pretty cool. I have one anti-death right now. But if we had like 300 more gold worth, get another anti-death on the go, right?
Like, yeah. So, I have these 2 earrings. It wouldn't be a bad idea to get them crushed into some dusties. Yeah, could we do that before we go?
I'm sorry, what? Repeat?
There's somebody
Yeah,
that can
diamond.
industify sometimes.
Undustify?
No,
sometimes?
industify. Make them dusty.
Make him dusty.
Crush some diamond.
There is actually a jewel crafter. It is actually one of the 2 like permanent like merchants in the keep.
Nice.
We also have 8 snake eye rubies. Is that used for any kind of magic, you think?
I could use ruby dust to make permanent fire.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. The I can't remember the first name. continual.
Other than that, I don't have much use for it.
That continuous fire sounds fucking awesome, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool for if you have like a big ship like that guy, you know.
Yeah.
But you could put it on your head or whatever. It doesn't burn. It's not hot. Just bright. You'll miss out your head on fire?
No. That would suck.
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't suck. Is what I was getting at.
Having my head on fire?
Yeah, well, it does. It's not hot, and it lasts forever.
It's not hot?
No,
So you look like Ghost Rider?
but you can't put it out either. I mean, you might be able to
Okay.
wear a hood. I think you can snuff it, but it'll come
You know
back.
what doesn't suck? A
Hmm.
road
It's
vacuum
explosive.
cleaner.
Garth would know about this. Trevor's just curious.
What's that?
Garth would probably know about continual fire.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now we don't need to crush up these rubies, I think.
Okay.
Maybe like let's crush up like how many GP worth of it do you need?
I think it's 50.
Yeah, we'll crush up one of them. One of the rubies.
Does somebody
Great.
have something they want to be on fire forever?
That's 1,000 gold worth of
No, it's not.
ruby dust.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
No,
But
not,
that's still good.
not continual flame.
Oh, okay. How much
the
you have?
ruby is 1,000 gold each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we only have to use a little bit of it.
How dangerous is it to be holding something that's on fire forever?
It's not. That's what I'm getting at.
God, it doesn't hurt at all, buddy.
But does it hurt other people?
No. It is not hot. It's a flame equivalent to the brightness of a torch. It'll spring forth from an object I touch. The effect looks like a regular flame, but it creates no heat and it doesn't use oxygen. It can be covered or hidden, but not smothered or quenched.
Interesting. Be cool if my cloak had that, but I also think it would blind me. So
Oh yeah, you got that
Insane.
eyeball cloak?
yeah, I think it would be the same as catching my eyeballs on fire.
Let's not do that.
It would look cool though. It would totally look cool.
Trying to enchant something. Usually a poor result.
Smart man. Let me make your axe on fire.
That'd be pretty sweet, honestly.
You want a pretty sweet fiery axe, Herrick? Did I say that right?
I think you did say that right. And
Alright. I could do your staff. Oogway. We don't have to light anything on fire. I just thought it was a fun trick.
It is a fun trick. I'm just trying to have some resources to use in case we go. Just get the stuff done while we're here, you know?
Yeah. So how much diamond dust did I get?
I mean, I got 2 diamonds worth, 500 GP each, so we could do like 500 GP worth or 1,000 GP worth.
Up to you.
How much do you need for the roses?
300.
300. Yeah, we'll do both.
So I'll just add a 1. I have 1,300.
Yes.
Okay, I won't spend that on anything else.
Oof.
I also don't have any gold. I have 1. Actually, I won it in a game against some devils.
Yeah, those guys were awesome.
Pretty cool guy.
Okay. Dust has been collected. Any final arrangements?
Did you want me to write down that ruby dust? Or are you gonna keep that on you?
Take yeah, you could take the 1,000 GP ores.
Right.
And then also, well, actually, yeah, just take the 1,000 worth out
All right.
for holding my books.
Oh, for sure. I'm probably not going to prepare continual flame unless somebody tells me they want a continual flame. So y'all just keep that in mind, okay?
Word.
O600 arrives. The gang walks up to the walls. Sir Mosley and Sir Cash are there to wave you goodbye. The Lawbringer already on board, shouting orders at the crew to get ready. Very kind of a skeleton crew, mostly human and some half elves. Notably, one Eladrin seems to be focusing over on at the back of the ship, pulling up and making sure a dinghy at the back of the ship is fastened.
A flying dinghy?
It is also enchanted. It's got a small little mast.
Nice.
With the same sort of sails that the ship has. Once everybody's aboard, the ship takes off and pulls away from the keep. Begins to fly west over the forest. You can see down the slowly disappearing track of the road that you all took to get to the keep, becoming smaller and smaller as you guys fly as the birds do, not needing to take the winding out of the way path. You guys are heading straight to Central City. Is it anybody's first time to Central City?
Oh, yeah.
It's not
This is
Evan.
where I worked.
Evan, that's where you met.
Oh, no, you're
all of
right.
you.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, never mind.
It's definitely Oogway's first time to Central City. And it's
Dark
up
worked here.
and it's up to Chad whether it's Fro's first time to Central City.
I will say it is Fro's first time to Central City.
Fro's first, so Fro and Oogway head into the big city for the first time.
My Monster Hunter adventures keep me in the rural areas.
It is going to take 6 days of travel for you guys to make it to Central City. Can I get, we're just going to go down the list for me. Carl, make me a D20 roll.
Just straight D20.
Straight D20. You have a 1 in 5 chance. No, 1 in 4. You don't want to roll. Well, maybe you do. A 1
got
through
18.
5. Okay, 18 is good. 1 through 5, an encounter happened. 18. That's a sunny day. No bad weather. You guys' first day of travel goes fantastic. Great. If nobody wants to do anything, we'll move on to the second day. David, will you roll me a D20?
He's not even here.
I'm right here. All right, that's a 16.
16, another solid day of travel.
But Ty's not here, right?
Ty is not here.
Okay.
David, do you want to do anything on this second day of travel? You've gotten to see these new people on your ship for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
I'll
anything
introduce
to do? Okay. Who do
Hello,
you
everyone.
want to
It's good to have you aboard. You know, My name's Justin. I manage the dinghy and its affairs on this boat. I'm glad to have you flying with us.
You're the
Hey,
little
Justin.
ship pilot.
Yes, well, not only the pilot, but the manager, the maintenance engineer, just anything that involves the dinghy. I'm the guy.
Will
Nice.
you tell them what you look like and who you
Yeah.
are?
A winter Eladrin, with that
Ooh.
winter Eladrin white hair, sort of a normal height. Maybe we'll just call it 6 feet even.
Oh, that's right. Nick, I meant to message you. All I want you to do is take Garf's and make it white
No.
and blue.
Dude. Oh my god. Okay. I can do that like right now.
I just want you to like.
I still haven't made
swap
Carl yet.
Garf.
I need to do him soon. Okay, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
It's good to have you guys on the boat. Where are you off to? What's your mission here?
Serious business, I think. In all fairness, if we're going to the big city on a massive vessel like this, it's very interesting.
Interesting. Well, if you ever need another set of hands, give me a call because, I've been looking to change it up a little bit. Working on a dinghy is interesting, but one day I'd like my own ship, a little bit bigger. And I don't think I'm gonna get very far if I'm just managing the dinghy all day. Don't mention this to my boss, though.
You can hang out with
I
us.
won't. Yeah. Yeah, come kick it with us for a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds good. When we get into the city, I think I will. See what a more adventure focused life has in store for me.
Have you been around the city a whole lot?
I've been there a couple times, just on the route. I know a good tavern in the city, one that services all the airships when they come to visit,
Kind of the best place in Network.
Yeah, best place. Sailors have their sailor bars and airship sailors have their airship bars. Yeah.
It's
You know what? When we
it's
get
actually
there,
very niche with only 3 airships, but it's a very tight knit community.
very tight-knit community. If you wanna give it a try, I'll bring you over on the dinghy once we get to Central City.
Oh, the color replacement on the hair is a disaster zone, but I'll get there.
I make it like ice blue.
All right, so that's how Justin introduces himself, and then Justin, gets back to tightening the ropes on the dinghy, screwing some screws, saying some magic spells to make sure it keeps flying normally, that sort of stuff.
Fine.
Roll me a d20, Nick.
We need a good vehicle expert.
I got an 8.
8.
I want to attempt to do something on this day.
Okay, 3rd day and 8. Not great weather. Doesn't slow you down at all, but everybody's miserable. It's wet, a lot of cloud coverage, so you just feel this moisture in the air sort of like soak into your bones. Everybody's a little cranky today. Evan, what would you like to do?
Okay. I want to light the inside of Garf's shirt on fire.
With continual flame?
Yeah.
Okay.
So his shirt's like a reversible shirt where if he has it on inside regular, it's just a shirt, but he flips it inside out, it's on fire. You know?
Heard. I don't think it works like that, to be honest.
Well, yeah, it says you can smother it, but you can't extinguish it, right?
Well,
like you can.
Here's what I think happens when you go to cast it on one side of his shirt. You're like, cool. Now you can flip it, and then it's also still on fire. I think the whole shirt's on fire.
The whole shirt.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, I
well,
think the
Garf's
whole
shirt's
shirt's
on
on
fire. Get pranked.
Shirt did you grab?
Get pranked. It's the
I
shirt you
love
wear
the-
most often, but you switch to a long sleeve shirt because it's cold and rainy. So now your regular short sleeve shirt, you're gonna be like, oh, piss, it's on fire all the time now.
Just wait until the morning.
So you'll take Dispel Magic in your book.
No. Just wait.
Okay. Next day comes around. Oogway. Dan, can you roll me a d20, please?
I got a 15.
15. That's a good day. It's just another good day of travel. What happens, Garth, in the morning?
I just like come out with only like the t-shirt on it and like my like boxers on.
You're
And
Donald
just, like,
Duck. You're
drinking
Winnie the
coffee.
Poohing it.
Yeah.
The fire shirt.
You're rocking the
Yeah.
fire shirt?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just
Nice.
casually, like it's like I don't even think about it.
Oh, nice shirt.
Nice.
Thanks. I'm tired. Yes,
Some
yes,
of the crew fully panic for the briefest of moments. Fire on a ship is a sailor's nightmare. After a moment, they realize the tomfoolery. They kind of give you side eyes, but they leave you to it. Chad, roll me a d20 for the second to last day.
That was a natural 20,
A
actually.
natural,
Literally a natural 20.
Nasty.
natural 20.
Nasty.
A perfect day. A perfect day. Literally nothing could have gone better. Great sailing, everybody. Last but not least, Trevor, roll me a d20. Cap off this perfect, almost a full week of sailing.
13.
13. Just a regular day. A regular day. Mid-afternoon, you see Central City appear on the horizon. None of you have ever seen it from this angle except for Justin. It is a walled city. What you begin to see first is the tall the Central City is built on a hill where the castle and the central walls are built on the hill, and then Central City was kind of like built around it and then walled in again several hundred years ago. There is sort of a shanty town that's built up since the fall of the Elysian Empire on around the outer walls. So there's like a sprawling, like dirty, ramshackle metropolis that snakes out without any sort of urban planning from the tall 50-meter high walls that surround Central City. And then how many gates did I say there were when we attacked it? Probably 4. 4 main gates and maybe 4 smaller gates as well. On all of the cardinal points. Yeah, we'll say there's 4 main massive gates at each cardinal point, and then if you like turn the cardinal point, so it's like northeast, southwest, all those, there's smaller gates to come in.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
What?
Well, I saved Garf. as this guy. Like,
No,
yeah. I didn't
have it. It's fine.
Okay.
I've got
yeah. As long as we have an original Garf somewhere.
I've
This
got it.
guy's done though, and oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna post him in Sean game.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna post him in Sean game. His name's gonna be Garf. I can rename him to Justin. I still have Garf 2 as zoomed in face Garf.
A planned city spans the central donut of Central City, broken into districts. And then the very center of the city holds another wall about 20 meters high, so much lower than the original outer walls. I like them. And a like beautiful, like almost Buckingham Palace mixed with Versailles, like much more like gaudy and rich and elegant than like built for sturdy defense palace, spanning the like top 2/3 of a hill at the center of the city. Those of us who played, well, I guess everybody but Dan, very obviously the meteors that were dropped on the palace caused the Rubigarian kingdom to need to just wholly rebuild that bitch from scratch.
Yeah, that thing was gone.
A lot of meteors got dropped on the center of Central City. I think like 3 separate casts of meteor strike occurred.
David, did you see Justin? He's muted.
Might be working on changing his image.
I was actually washing my hands after eating some breakfast. Yeah, I really like the picture. What was the question?
I was just wondering if you
Just
saw
asked
it.
if you liked it.
You can change your art.
I did like it. It's very cool.
Oh,
There you get to change your art.
Yeah, I will change my art.
Put on your new outfit. Dance for
I
me.
will. I'm
monkey.
working on it. Let me
Dance.
change it up a little bit.
It Grimace.
It Grimace.
It Grimace.
The ship flies down to one of the side districts inside the big walls. So you guys approach, like cheers ring out from the shanty town outside the walls, and you can see as you get closer and closer, you can see the faces of the people looking up at the ship. The Lawbringer stands on like the bow of the ship, like full Captain Morgan stance, waving down at the people.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
What's a lob?
A lob?
Yeah.
As you ask that, a sudden shift in the wind brings with it a strange sense of unease. The feeling is akin to the drop of air pressure before the approach of a deadly storm, or faint tremors felt from a landslide or an earthquake far away, which is weird, a weird feeling to have on an airship. You all have a moment where you all look at one another and you like checking to see if everybody else is feeling and hearing the same things that you are. You know, I don't know. Some of you guys live in tornado country, so maybe you actually have this feeling, but I only know it from like movies where like the animals freak out before a tsunami happens.
Oh yeah.
So maybe you have that with your tornadoes.
The calm before the
like,
storm is such a thing, man. Like it's,
where you guys are like, so we're about to get fucked in like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
One another. That's what's happening right now on this airship. And like you see the Lawbringer goes from waving to like he like puts his hand on his side like he's about to draw a gun, which he probably fucking is. And below it goes from like the people looking up at the ship and cheering to like the cheering dies and you can see the people begin to like look around. The city goes silent. It goes from like cheers to dead silence. No barks, no dogs barking, no birds squawking. Even the merchants who you could just barely hear like hawking their wares go silent. Those one of you has like god level perception, don't you?
That's me. That's me. Pretty high.
What is it?
I also
Yeah.
have pretty high perception.
It's 7.
So that's 17. Oogway, what's yours? I thought somebody here had like in the 20s.
Passive perception?
Craig, yeah, passive perception. Craig
I have
level
15.
perception. It's not like
Is that not
stupid
good?
high.
Yeah, no,
It is good.
No,
Oh, is
none
it
of us
that
do.
I have advantage on active perception? That's what I'm
Gotcha.
thinking.
Once
I-
Fro dips into rogue, like I think he should, then we'll get that perception.
Then we'll
going,
get that
bro.
perception
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I thought somebody in Keeper Co had it. Maybe it's just a memory from Craig.
Draven had a 22.
Okay, so it was there
There
was
you go.
somebody that had really good perception. Okay, let's say Oogway, just with your attunement to the mysticisms, to the chi of the plane, you do slightly feel the vibration, and you hear just the slight sound of a horn.
Oh.
The silence,
Horn?
not a war horn perchance, but a warning horn, an alarm horn, high pitched, and you don't think anybody else heard it, other than the feeling that it arose across what you quickly realize was the whole plane.
Oh
Everybody
shit!
felt that. That wasn't local. That was a feeling that resonated with the whole plane.
Oogway closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and then turns to his people, group, Garth and the Garfettes, and says, The coming threat is beyond us. That's Oogway's feeling. There's spooky shit.
Oh yeah, I feel it. Shit's gonna be wild. What's going on?
The lawbringer turns to you all. I assume you're all gathered on the decks. You guys were on like your final approach, right?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Been a long journey.
Well, lads, I've got a bad feeling about this. I've read about such things, and I may be privy to some information that you are not as of right now, but I'd hoped that the council would enlighten you. But let me tell you right now what I think that was. I think that disturbance that could be felt across the plains was none other than the Drakkhorn. It is an ancient device used to alert every dragon across the plain that great events are unfolding. It's impossible to say what the sounding means, but everybody heard it, and everyone should feel it, as eventually all the dragons shall answer it. And
Dragon.
those of you that were by the keep know like there's an ancient black dragon over there back where you just came from.
Hmm.
Things to think of. The airship pulls up to its final spot. A temple to the lawbearer that has been like recently, like in the past 10 years, there's like an old temple, probably several hundred years old, and then there's been a recent extension, this like metal tower that extends up into the air close to 30 feet past the roof, and then a large platform, probably like 60, 70 feet across, that the airship can dock to. Okay, all of you off my fucking ship. I got shit to do. Justin, come here. I gotta talk to you.
Yes, sir.
As you all are sort of escorted off the ship, you're met by a young page who runs up to the group and hello, I've been told to escort you to the royal palace. The noble Erlenthar is expecting you, and a council meeting has been called, and you're needed there. Have you brought? I've been told you have the body of the cultist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. Please come with me. Quick. The council's already gathering. Up on the ship, those of you might be able to hear it. Justin, you're fired.
Nice.
What?
Come with us.
What? I want cause.
I'm giving the job to my nephew over there.
Jesus Christ. Him?
Yeah.
Him?
Yeah, he's gonna do a better job. He's got my blood in his veins. And you know what, Justin? You're a loser. Your mom's a loser. Your dad's a loser.
Whoa!
You're a loser.
Whoa!
I punched this guy in the face.
I'm gonna go
You
up there
can't
and
reach his face.
I'm gonna go up there and try to defend Justin and pull him back. Be like, no, it ain't worth it.
This is the dude in like the fucking space suit.
You know what? Your nephew's a little bitch, and that dinghy's gonna be in the ground within the week. Mark my words.
Was that a threat? Was that a threat against the law bearers' property?
No, that's me telling you your dumbass nephew's gonna crash that dinghy within the week. Look at him. Look at him over there. I point
You
to
look over at him. He's like a scrawny 14-year-old with a lot of zits.
Where's his power armor?
He's got to grow into it.
Do you even know how to tie a bow long 3-point knot? A figure 8 knot.
I got your job.
That kid don't know knots. Let's get out of here, Justin.
Yeah, fuck this noise. Let's go.
L bozo. L rip. I'm really
Skippy
pulling out.
loser. Does he call me a skippy loser? Does he tell me to get rizzed?
No, that's not what that word means.
Yeah, but why would he know what that word means?
Because he's 14.
Oh, get rid.
I feel like he's misusing.
David,
slang.
one of the two of us
literally dog
works
water.
with children. Yeah, he does say that.
True. Do they ever use slang really wrong?
No, not really. They don't.
Incredible. Okay.
It's their slang. They don't use it.
True.
Smoking on that dinghy pack. Aha. That felt good. I enjoyed that.
Channeling some of your shitty kids.
Channeling some of the children I teach.
Hey, Justin, that kid wasn't nothing, man.
Man,
You're gonna
when
make
he
a
said
name for
smoking
yourself.
on that dinghy pack, that really got to me. I'm gonna be
That doesn't mean anything, though. That's what you gotta understand.
true, but I guess it's the intention behind it.
The intent.
The intention was to be a shitty little dick of a kid,
Yeah,
and he knows he's doing it.
he does.
You know how many hours I spent detailing that dinghy?
Oh, don't worry
All
about
for-
that dinghy. We'll get you a new dinghy.
You know what? Thanks. That's good to hear. I would like to get a dinghy at some point.
Can we get a real ship? Because the word dinghy bugs me.
Yeah, you know what? We'll find a real ship at some point,
Nice.
and then put a dinghy on it.
Nice.
God, this whole thing's pretty scary though, with the whole giant voices thing, right?
The dragon
drag-
horn feels bad. Maybe this council has something to say about it.
All right, so you guys are escorted pretty rapidly through Central City. You are currently in like the religious quarter, the religious district, so it's a whole bunch of temples to the prime deities. All of these were built post Olesian Empire. So they're all, I mean, they're all several hundred years old, but in the fashion of like America old, not Europe old. Does that make sense? Like Americans look at our buildings that are like from circa Constitution era, and we're like, ah, damn, that's an old building. But a European looks at something that was built in like 300 BC and is like, oh,
it's
fuck.
human old, not elf old.
Their old
Yeah.
buildings are like cathedrals from the 500s.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're yeah. So because, and just as a reminder, fun little lore fact. Don't know if you that William outlawed the prime deity and like did a full like 180. The betrayer gods, and only certain betrayer gods were like sanctioned religions because he wanted him to be the main religion. Anyways, William, what a silly guy. I wonder what they did with his body.
Probably once a week somebody casts Gentle Repose.
Gentle Repose, yeah. I was talking with David about it this morning after watching Kung Fu Panda. I think that there's a prison somewhere with one way in and one way out, and 1,000 warriors guarding it at all times. And now Carl's right. One cleric comes in once every 8 days. It's a 10-day time period, so we have a couple days of leeway. Every 8 days, and casts Gentle Repose on his body. It's too. There's something on it that makes it so it can't be destroyed. Or maybe a concern is that if his body's destroyed, the soul will be able to reconstitute somewhere else. Anyways, you guys are brought to the palace. You wanna take a quick break before we do this council meeting?
Yeah, certainly.
Sure.
Do I get pulled off to the side before I get to the council meeting, or
Nope, your guy is gonna be at the council meeting. Yep.
good?
Right.
each direction before it just falls over. Fun fact.
Hell yeah.
It's a boat fact from Justin for you.
Boat fact from Justin. Get ready for a campaign of boat facts.
We're not even going to be on a
You-
boat most of the time, right?
You got last campaign with bird facts. Get ready for boat facts.
And fish tricks.
Fish tricks and boat facts. Right. Garth. I mentioned a name earlier, and I'm a fool for not giving you this nice little hook. This little page says, "Oh, Lord Elenthar is going to be meeting you in front of the council." You, Garth, instantly perk up. Erlenthar. That was one of the guys in your adventuring party with Mosley.
Oh, nice.
You know him. He was not the fighter, because that was what Mosley was. Let's give him the ranger. Flag.
Yay.
Who's a ranger? Much like Mosley knighted, but he stayed in the city. Was like an urban ranger.
Oh, I love that. He's like an Abu Black Ops kind of.
Yeah, 100%.
He's the rogue.
Yeah, but he's really good at hiding. As a ranger,
Rangers are sneaky.
can be sneaky. He likes rubbing mud on his face. That's what distinguishes a rogue from a ranger.
A little bit of mud on the face.
Do you rub mud on you?
All good rangers are also rogues. IMO.
That's so true. Also, a little bit of fighter if you've got it.
Mm-hmm. If you can spare it.
If you can spare it, a little bit of fighter, and you can really, really pump out some damage.
No doubt.
Maybe that's what he was. Maybe that's what he did. This guy, the Erlenthar, is a 5th level ranger, 3rd level rogue, and when you left him, a 3rd level fighter, or like last time you talked to him was a 3rd level fighter. He's good. He's a good guy. He's like 11th or 12th level. Anyways, you meet him. He's like, "Goth, my friend, it has been too long." Oh, he's gotten old. He's probably in his like 70s. He's still got the same bow strung on his back, but he's now in like fineries. Nice. He stands in front of these big oak doors. You guys were escorted all the way past the 20-foot inner walls into like the really nice palace, past a lot of paintings and statues and suits of armor and tapestries and like more riches you could ever imagine. I will note that the city remains oddly disquieted. Like the calm before the storm refuses to break, and you're really like on edge about it. As you walked through the streets, you could tell that like the dogs were really nervous on edge. The cats like hissed at anyone as you walked by, and rats were gathering like in the shadows noticeably in large groups. Erlenthar like grasps you by the hand. He goes, "I just had to be the one to meet you when I heard you were coming, Goff. Is this your new crew? They look tough. Not as tough as us, of course, but they look tough."
I don't think anybody could be as tough as we were. And it's good to see you, friend. I'm glad you're here. Especially with this calm before the storm. I assume you can feel it also.
We all can feel it. It has been a cause for disturbance. I'm glad this council meeting was called for today. And I'm glad you made it in time.
Well, we did get a luxury cruise, if I do say so.
Yes, one of the arm of the law bearer. That must have been a grand trip. I haven't been able to be on it myself. That Lawbringer's a bit of a acquired taste. I'm sure you had your hands full through that trip.
Oh, yeah, it's very interesting.
But luckily enough, he's not the head of the Order of the Primes. So you won't have to deal with him too regularly.
He is a big motherfucker. I will say that.
That's so fucking true. That's so fucking true. I'm not invited behind these doors, but Remy in there has told me why you've been summoned. And you perhaps caught the cultist Varam. And when Erlenthar says Remy, Herrick, you know Remy as Ramalia. Let me find her last name.
Am I carrying
Ramalia.
this? Sorry.
Yeah, you've got the body. Somebody's got the body. Somebody's like pushing a cart with this dead dwarf.
I was thinking it was in my arm sack.
You want him in your you've got him in your
Bag of
box?
holding, yeah.
Cool. Remy Haventree, Ramalia Haventree is the Craig's right hand man, Herrick, or right hand person.
Alright.
So in there, you're going to find every major individual on this continent, or at least an ambassador or emissary of theirs. You'll find the Alliance of Statesmen, as I believe what the king has chosen to call it. A group of self-important statesmen and important individuals and a few adventurers who agree to work together for the betterment of the continent or whatever the fuck they want. And then there's the Green Circles. Their leader, Bork, hasn't been seen in a couple 100 years, so this guy named Al is in there. He's fucking higher than a kite, so we don't sit next to him. The Order of the Primes, the loose coalition of religious orders. You just met one of them, headed by the Paladin of the Platinum Dragon. Maybe a little apt based on what I hear you'll be talking about. And then,
Right.
as I mentioned, Remy will be in there. Good friend, good gal. She works for the Nickel and Rye. I don't know the specifics. You know them. They're spooky and wreathed in shadows, deeper than I can pierce, but well, that's who will be in there. I don't know exactly who of the Alliance will be in there. You'll have to see for yourself, but I'll be out here, and you know where to find me if you need me, Garth. But my adventuring days are long past me. But I can help find your way around Central City. I've spent the better part of 3 decades living the life here after our adventures, so I know my way around.
I would never want to put you in harm's way ever again, friend. But I would love to spend the day with you.
Well, you know where to find me later on. And he like pats you on the cheek and walks away.
And I'm Evan.
And I'm Evan. This guy did not give a fuck about anything.
Right? He just said, oh man.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and I mean, in fairness, any of you with like a decent insight are like, this guy wanted to fuck Garth.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And like, this guy's now 70, and Garth's like the
Still
same.
a young boy.
I
Yeah.
still look hot.
Yeah.
So like, there's a good reason why this guy literally didn't even just straight tunnel vision. It's amazing that he didn't have a heart attack. Didn't just keel over right there.
I'm surprised he wasn't interested in Winter Garth.
Winter Garth doesn't actually look like Garth
Oh, okay.
as much as that's the joke. Like, they look different. They're not.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
You know.
Brother, we don't look like brothers. Right?
No.
Look fairly different.
Yeah, bro.
So you open the door, and inside is just a beautiful chamber, huge, with a circular table in the center, chairs arranged around enough for everybody to have enough space, a warm fire crackling in the hearth, and as the door opens, the sound of loud arguments. Mostly men yelling at one another in this chamber. You guys walk in.
While I'm walking in, I put in earbuds, like a little ear.
little lint. You pull some
Yeah.
lint out of your pockets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking in, you guys, there's like a bunch of seats like closest to the door, enough for all of you to have a seat. And as you guys are noticed, the yelling at one another ceases, and these individuals all look at you in sort of silence as you approach. Around the room stands how many individuals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. So there are 10 other chairs around this sort of like in a semicircle arranged, like opposed to the table to where you're sitting. Immediately, so we'll go from left to right. Immediately on the chair to the left is a young half-elven woman, probably in her late 20s, early 30s, who Herrick recognizes as Remy Haventree. She is in like leathers. She looks like an atypical rogue. You can see the like daggers she has tucked away. She's got this smirk on her face as you guys walk in. She was sitting when you guys walked in, not engaging with the yelling. Feet like kicked up on the table, like cross-legged on the table, smiling as you guys walk in. Next to her is a obvious paladin with an shield on the back of the chair in his full plate mail Thon's helmet, not as Space Marine as the Lawbearer, much more like genuine, like high fantasy paladin. But it is like if you're at the wrong angle and the firelight bounces off it and all the torches that are around the room, you like have to squint away. It's highly polished, and you're pretty sure that it is a set of plate, at least plated in solid platinum. He is just a human guy, probably in his early 50s. Starting to get salt and peppered. He's got a pretty sizable beard, kind of longish hair. He has a sheathed greatsword that you're pretty sure it has like a hand and a half, so that he could wield it with one hand or two. You guys don't have his name. Next to him is sitting on the floor. He's kind of pushed his chair away. A makeshift gravity bong in front of him. He is smoking the devil's lettuce. Is this mushroom-headed old guy with a there's like mushrooms and leaves grow out of his like long gray beard that he has, like not episodes, but like Harry Potter 1 and 2 Dumbledore length beard, but with like mushrooms, like Radagast style almost.
Okay.
He is probably you guess has some sort of elven heritage. You're unclear. Half elf, core elf, has slightly pointed ears. Next to him, in some fine regalia, is some of you, maybe all of you, maybe except Chad, and maybe Garf, maybe except Fro and Garf, is a drow, is a dark elf. And just some really nice regalia, a sunset on their amulet. Seems to, much like Remy, have a bit of an annoyed face, isn't engaging with the yelling, annoyed about how this is going. A tricorn hat sits upon their head. Next to them is the oldest guy you've ever seen. World War I veteran.
I lean over and say, "Is that guy alive?"
Yeah, yeah. And it's another fucking gnome. Garf. Actually, how many of these would Garf actually know?
I'm a pretty fucking smart guy.
You are pretty. This one in particular, I'm gonna have you roll a history check because there's like a really good chance you know who this guy is.
Okay, I'll roll history. That's a 12 plus 7, 19.
You know this. You're like floored when you look at him as your like eyes are scanning. You're like, oh my, is that is Arch-Thaumaturge Roran, a gnomish arch-wizard and the former head of the Wizards Council, a formal organization of wizards that help create spells and disseminate information. He retired maybe a decade ago from the head of the council, but here he is, old as fuck. This dude is like 600 years old, which is like 200 years longer than gnomes should be able to live. Rumors abound that he has dabbled in necromancy based on his length. Next to him, it's like there's such a weird, this old as fuck gnome is bookended on either end by two elves, one a dark elf and one the highest of high elves. What's that hobbit elf? The king one that it like there's a lot of thirst edits of him. He's like platinum blonde,
Yeah,
super long hair.
Thranduil.
Yeah, Thranduil. Yeah. He's got this really like fine silver circlet upon his brow. Very much. You know what? I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I'm gonna backtrack and
We're getting horny here. Let's backtrack.
High elf literally means this is a stoned elf, stoned out of his mind, and the highest elf you've ever seen.
No.
On the
he's
skooma.
like,
no, this guy's snooty tooty.
This guy's snooty batooty.
Yeah.
100%. I'm actually gonna have there's the page has walked in with you and is whispering people's names and
Nice.
titles to you. So Remy Haventree, right hand person of the Craig and the Nickel and Rye. The Paladin of the Order of the Primes. His name is Erez's Platinum Heart, Paladin of the Platinum Dragon.
Jeez.
The green circle guy, the guy getting stoned on the ground, his name is Big Al. That's it. Big Al. He's a druid. The drow is Converchin, Captain of Curiosity. Arch-Thaumaturge Roran, former head of the Wizards Council. This is King Melandric, King of the Elves. That fucking xenophobic elf kingdom. This guy runs that bitch. Next is in like a white t-shirt that's a little bit already sweat stained, like a white linen shirt that's already a little sweat stained, a gun belt with a Colt revolver on the side, and what could only be a pair of blue jeans and cowboy boots, and then a Marshall's hat is Marshall Rick Slimes.
Okay.
Sometimes Sean gets a little silly.
Marshall Rick Slimes.
Rick Slimes. Oh my god.
Head of the 13 Marshals of the Realms.
Cool.
So this is Joa's boss.
Okay.
Oh my god.
100% has a son named Coral.
Coral.
Listen here.
Listen here, Coral. Next to him is a old, but not like the gnome old, but an old dwarf in, like, he's got a set of plate armor underneath his like religious vestments, but his religious vestments are slightly scorched and burned at the edges and in the center, and there's like burn holes, and that is Clarny Blowbottom, head cleric of the Kingdom of the Dwarves.
Hey.
Next to him,
Oh, Convergent and Clarny are still like kicking it. They still keep in touch.
they still keep in touch. Next to him, this is the one that probably everybody's eyes dragged to first. There is this like horrifying eldritch being made out of like purple energy that seems to be like projected here from somewhere else.
Jesus.
Like it's not like wholly corporeal, and is probably about like 7.5 feet tall, oddly yellow, beaked. This is Mr. Hooper,
Mr. Hooper.
God King of the Bird Empire, through an avatar. And then finally,
Wow.
to finish the circle, so on the right side closest to you is like a 17-year-old boy with a little golden crown on his head, wearing like really nice velvet silks. Like what?
Liam the
Imagine
Second.
like a prince. Like imagine a little prince. And this is Prince Liam, heir apparent to the throne of Rumagar. And this is our little council. The ones that were yelling, by the way, were Liam, Mr. Hooper, Clarny, Rick Slimes, and King Melandric. And Arizes. All of those guys were yelling. Big Al was smoking, Convergent can't be fucked, and Remy also can't be fucked. But they're silent as you all approach.
I will drift towards the left side table.
Yep.
The left end seat.
Yep, you take the seat like right next to Remy.
Well, I'm not. You said it was like a horseshoe. And I envision it's kind of like a Senate hearing thing where there's like a horseshoe of the council, and then there's like a table in front
Here.
of it.
No, actually, you guys are at genuine parts of the council. Here, I'll use this little circle right here.
Oh,
there
okay.
is like a seat here, a seat here, a seat here, a seat here, so on and so forth around the circle. I'm not going to actually count correctly. And then your seats are like here.
Okay.
And the door was here. So you guys have like walked from here. And like, so Remy's right here and Liam's right here.
So
And
next
then
to
it goes-
King Liam.
It's Prince. He's not king yet. His dad is still king, but he has sent Liam in a like, you're gonna be king one day. You better fucking start doing shit.
Who's on the other side that we could sit next to?
Remy, but Herrick's already sitting there.
Oh, okay.
So like the seats next to important people are taken. Sort of like fill in.
Do one of you want this seat? Sorry, I hate to assume.
No, that's quite all right. Uguay's gonna sit wherever.
Okay, yeah, they're not. I think the 2 seats that are important to point out who sits there have been taken, so it doesn't matter where.
This is not true, Sean. There's the seat in the middle of our group.
Okay, yeah. Who
which
wants
will
to sit at the
represent
very
the
middle?
leader of our group? If
Okay,
they
so
sit in the middle position.
Who's sitting there? Justin, right? That's where we're putting Justin.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, there's no real middle if there's 6 of us right now. Unless Joe is here. Is Joe here?
Joe is there. Yeah,
Okay.
Joe is there.
I mean, Uguay's biggest.
I do think it's either Uguay or Garth
Mm-hmm.
Who sits in the middle?
who sits in the
Yeah.
middle. Yeah, I do.
I
it's
think
either
If
Uguay or
it's
Garth.
6, then it's Uguay and Garth.
No, it's 7 because Joe's character is there. He is present.
This seeming of high worldly matters, be it rude or not, Uguay goes for the middle and sits there.
Garth, do you have
He's
any?
not meaning.
Garth, do you have any objections as you see the turtle? Very not running there. Very but just intentfully goes, pulls the chair. Do you have any objections?
No.
Great. Uguay sits in the middle.
Justin says, so the turtle's the boss, huh? Eat. And we'll go sit down next to Uguay.
Justin is starting shit.
Justin's just trying to understand the social hierarchy of this group right now.
Okay, so Marshal Rick Slime stands up, oddly wet, just a wet guy for no good reason.
Always sweaty.
Always super sweaty and wet, no good reason. He gets up.
Every few minutes, you see like an invisible mage hand cup of water, just dump it on him.
Dumps it on him. It's a curse from a witch that he pissed off in one of his adventures. Keeper Company. It's good to meet you. We here in this council will hear of your adventures and tell you of the tales of the land. First, did you bring the dwarf Varam? We have heard that is what the Lawbringer says.
Yeah, he's dead. Did you want me to just put him on the table?
Yeah, go right ahead. Yep.
I'll just flip him out onto the table.
A really rotting corpse. It's been 8
None of us
days
know how to
since this
repose
guy died.
gently, unfortunately. So this is what you get.
Ooh,
Wait, the Lawbringer's not a paladin?
no. No.
No, he brings the law.
No, that-
I'm genuine laugh at it.
No, that dude's a barbarian. No, that guy's statted as a barbarian. 100%.
Okay.
Arazes wrinkles his nose, waves his hand, and I'm not gonna try and think of a spell that does it. From the neck down of Varam just turns to dust. Leaving just the rotted head. He leans forward, he grabs the head, puts it up so it sits up, and he casts Speak with Dead.
I lean over to the prince and say, "So head," and then I laugh.
Does the
Like,
prince get that joke?
He definitely giggles and then has to stifle it because he knows that he needs to be good here.
Uguay shoots a reproving look at the prince.
I can imagine Herrick sitting there, glancing over at Remy, starts having an under the table hand conversation, like in the Benny Gesserit in Doom.
100%.
Oh, nice.
Can we put conversation in the biggest air quotes? Under the table hand conversation.
Oh, you think
I hear you.
Okay. Sorry.
Conversation.
Remy gives you the rundown a little bit on what's about to happen. In that the factions don't really want to work together. Everybody's concerned about their own safety right now. And that shit has gone down even since you left. And that Rick will explain it. You know Rick Slimes. He's a almost an urban legend. Good, like just a not a bounty hunter, but like if very much big iron. When Texas Red hears that Rick Slimes is coming for him, he just puts his gun down. Like he doesn't have the fight. He's just like, I'm fucked if that guy's coming for me.
I made the big times. They're sending him after me.
Yeah, 100%. He's bragging before Rick gets to him.
You know, in Starfield, there's the free rangers. There's only so many rangers. It reminds me of your marshals.
Nice. I have not played Starfield, so nice little coincidence.
Yeah, it is.
I
love it. There's a lot of coincidences. I love when stories line up. You know what I mean? It's just
okay.
it's
Five
just
questions. 5 questions. First question this guy asks is, who do
you
you
think
work
about it at night?
No.
What?
First question Erez asks is, what is the goal of your organization? As the spell takes hold, Speak with Dead, this like dead, mostly rotted dwarf head sucks in air. In like the clattering of teeth. And like there's no lungs for it to suck in. It's just like the old memory of that's what he needs to do to speak. And then the head speaks out. What did I ask? What was the fucking question I just asked?
What was the goal of your organization?
What is the goal of our organization?
Yeah.
To raise the Dragon Queen. No.
That was Nick, not Evan.
What's a dragon queen?
Is that what Justin asks? And Uwe?
Yeah.
Uwe doesn't ask, but can he roll to see if he already knows?
Let me do all 5 questions and then we'll circle back. So like make a little note to yourself. Erez goes, why were you in the swamps? I had lost my mask. I must find it. What are these masks used for? Each worm speaker has a mask. The masks are needed to bring forth our queen. Are you working with the cult of William? Our goals align. It is easy to pull 2 souls when one is already being pulled. And what should my last question be?
What'd you eat for breakfast? I don't ask that.
Why did the cult try and steal a castle? Which is news to all of you. You're like, what? Steal a fucking castle?
Castle?
Can't steal a castle. The treasures within would have been enough to appease our queen. And with that, the final breath leaves the dwarf's head and it like the jaw rests open and the head rolls back. The human sort of like sighs, shakes his head a little bit, and with a wave of his hand, the head turns to dust. Great. Okay. Questions from the players about what was just said and history checks that want to be made.
Yeah. I
Specifically what?
keep that, or the castle, the keep that was being stolen by the cult, that's kind of new to us.
That is new, and like you won't get any information from any checks. I'll just tell you right now, that's like an impossible check. You genuinely don't have any information about that.
Okay, I was gonna make an assumption off of the fort that we were in, but I don't know if that's tight or not. I don't think so.
Nope. I'll tell you about it in a second. Like character will tell you about that specific plot point in a
Okay.
second. That is something that happens
what
off
is
camera.
What are some of the questions we just went over too?
I think one of the important ones, are our goals aligned with the Cult of William?
Yeah.
How are your goals different? What's the difference? Why aren't you exactly the same team? Why are you just working together?
I think a question that was asked at the beginning was, who is the cult of? Who is the Dragon Queen?
That's what
David?
old fucking Justin.
Yeah, that's my question.
I have
Oh, can I roll
I have
for
a
that?
question.
Yeah.
Do I know the Dragon Queen?
I have
So
a thing
can-
in character.
History or Arcana?
That would be history, and so can Garf. If you'd like Garf, or Garf can
Yeah.
just know.
I rolled a 25.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I rolled a 20. No, I didn't roll a 20. I got a 20.
Nice. The Dragon Queen, Tiamat, the 5-headed chromatic dragon goddess, the queen of the dragon. She used to be the archdevil of the first layer of hell. Asmodeus, the king of the hells, was displeased with her and how she was running the joint for a while. I believe actually Tiamat tried to depose Asmodeus at one point, was actually what happened. She tried a little coup d'etat, failed, and her punishment was that she was stripped of her titles as head of the first layer of hell. And I believe Zariel was one of the people who like uncovered it and told Asmodeus. So Zariel was made archdevil of the first. Tiamat remains in Avernus, the first layer of hell, trapped and with less power. That is who the Dragon Queen is. She has 5 heads. Each head is a different color chromatic dragon. So there's a red head, there's a black one, there's a white one, there's a green one, and there's a blue one. And she is literally a god. Like god level power.
Evan leans over to Garf.
Right here. A CR30.
Yes, Evan.
Evan leans over to Garf and says, what? What's a dragon?
A dragon is a scaled, large, mythical, legendary beast.
Scaled.
And this,
Like that Benny guy.
Yes.
yes, like
Okay.
Lizards, big lizard,
Big lizard. Gotcha.
wings, long necks, capabilities of magical powers beyond regular capabilities.
Scary.
Very scary. This one's a god. It's a nasty one.
Oh, nasty.
Justin's going to brag about all the dragons he killed while working on the airship. Kind of in the way sailors brag about things.
Okay. Everybody knows Justin is.
Yeah. Like
Maybe
it's really
exaggerate.
like he's full of shit. He hasn't. He might have seen one off in a distance.
Hooked a small one once, for sure. But we'll talk like he killed Tiamat himself.
It was a chimera. It had a single dragon's head.
Nice.
You are told by Rick Slimes. He sighs and goes, about what we expected. Keeper Co. By the looks upon your faces, when the mention of the castle, I see that the Lawbringer didn't bring you up to speed. Unsurprising, he's a bit uncouth. But it's true. The cult managed to get their hands on more brunestone than I've ever seen. And they ripped an entire castle out of the ground. About day's journey north of Western City.
So they didn't take over a castle; they stole a castle.
They were stealing a castle. And me and a group of marshals and some of Erez's paladins managed to stop them, but they crashed the castle. It was not saved. The ruins of it are still being searched for any survivors and recoverable artifacts.
That's unfortunate.
This has like everybody sort of like sits in silence, and then Liam sort of like slaps his hand on the table and stands up and goes, "This proves our worst fears are correct. A cult seeks to raise the dragon Tiamat, and what is working together with a group of domestic terrorists who seek to dethrone my father."
Boo. Boo those guys.
I'm Clarny sort of like fiddling with something in front of us. I'm sure that they've got enough gold to do whatever they want. They've certainly been stealing enough. I'm not
Stealing. I cast Goodberry and eat one and then hand one to my friends.
nice.
Like snacks.
Everybody
I'll take one of those.
Everybody gets a
Yeah.
hit point. Mr. Hooper stands up and goes, and like the voice is like almost through like a walkie-talkie. He's like, "I've heard of these masks, dragon masks. They're older than me. They're dangerous if they've fallen into the hands of these worm speakers. I haven't heard tale of one being bandied about, so perhaps they managed to retrieve this one themselves that Baram lost." Remy sort of sits forward and goes, "Yeah, I have not heard of anybody trying to fence something like that, so that'd be a fair assumption in my opinion. We hear about anything of value that gets traded, even by you nobles. You think that you can hide it from us, but we always know." Right.
So, Alec, we caught up with him in the temple of Estavanti. They had captured him after he had used a scrying pool for divination. There was a complex that had been built up, that had been built around this pool. A diviner that was there before the usurper came to power had been long gone by. Regardless, Valak had used the divining pool. We don't know whether he was able to send that information off to someone or not.
This is good information. You all have done well. We're impressed with you. The council overall is impressed. Convergent sort of looks around and goes, you know, group of adventurers like you is what this continent needed once. It might be what it needs again. Maybe we give them oversight, the right to investigate. This council is every powerful, or at least is the emissary of every powerful nation that could be contacted. Solnar is still lost to us. So it's us who are left. And we give these adventurers the power to look under every rock while we begin to amass resources and prepare for the worst. Maybe these adventurers can overcome the worst before it happens. But we will prepare for it just in case. And we'll be here if another council is needed. Many of us have the ability to whisk ourselves around. So, all in favor? Around the room, everybody votes. Big Al has to sort of be nudged to raise his hand and acquiesce. Mr. Hooper is the only one who doesn't vote in agreement to give you investigative powers.
Who's Hooper?
Huh?
Who's the Hooper?
Mr. Hooper is the Big Bird motherfucker.
Oh yeah, in the Avatar.
Yeah, in like a spectral avatar. He's not
He's
actually
blue,
here.
right?
He was
He has-
purplish.
He hasn't
Fucks.
found a new
He's like-
guy.
He
A
looks
new
like
Jim-
Dr. Manhattan, right?
He does.
That's
he
what
does
I'm
very
picturing.
much. Yeah, 100%. But make it Big Bird.
Yeah.
No, he has not. He has not found another avatar.
You got a wiener.
Interesting. I tell him I'm a huge fan of his work. I'd love to visit the Empire someday.
Whoever's fucking sneezing.
It was the same person playing League of Legends.
Yeah,
Well,
Uwe is just
let's-
slapping his fucking keys.
Hey, I'm.
Turn it way down.
Listen,
He's
what's happening this season?
EWQR.
His WQR sneeze combo.
What's he playing now? Hold on, let's look.
Hold on, chill. Everybody chill. Okay,
There.
I am. actively
He's playing
not in-
another game of Vladimir. It's 12 minutes and 30 seconds in.
Dude, you're just a blood pool. Come on.
Yeah, and just press W and hide under tower. Come on.
So you guys have just been deputized by the council to investigate however you deem fit. It grants you access to sites that you might deem necessary for your investigation, so you kind of go wherever you want. But if you abuse it, the council will yell at you.
We can't go to the desert.
Yeah, Mr. Hooper does kind of make it seem like you aren't fully welcome in the Bird Kingdom. But, like, the council sort of is like, shut the fuck up. So, like, I think it's a go to the desert at your own peril.
Okay.
vibe.
I mean,
Like,
we
you
gotta
might
have
not
like
get-
an area that we're not like friendly with. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely are like, so in like the reputation system, you're kind of like cool with everyone. And or at least neutral with everyone, friendly with some, and then the only like hostile or unfriendly one is Mr. Hooper and the Bird Empire.
Nice.
They're starting out with like negative reputation with.
I feel
Yeah, but for
great.
Actually, also the Elven King. Sorry,
Yeah,
the
no,
Elven
fuck him.
King.
We're not elves.
I forgot about him as well. He also doesn't give you permission. Those two don't vote in that way, but they're overruled by the vast majority of the council. Both of
So
those.
does that mean that we don't have permission to go into their territory?
It's
We
not that you
can,
don't
but
have
we can't
permission.
overturn every rock. type
Yeah,
deal.
you're gonna be like watched like hawks. Like you're probably gonna be escorted around. Like it's like the council says you're allowed to investigate, fine, but we're gonna babysit you the whole time. And if you do something we disagree with culturally, we're probably going to jail you for it. Is kind of the vibe for the Bird Empire and the Elf Kingdom as of
Yeah.
right now.
Punishable actions if we act like goobers, basically.
Yeah,
The Bird Empire and Ethno State.
the Bird
With, like,
Empire is
border controls?
Yes, the Bird Empire is an ethno state,
Be bird or be gone.
or at least like it's a theocratic. It's a theo state where you have to
Be named Theo. Okay.
hilarious. It's more
Stop.
about like the religion and culture of bird society than more than being a bird. The like you know how you had Eddie trying to like push the bird on everyone.
Yeah.
Bird.
That
Live
if
the
you
bird.
if you have that in your heart, you are welcome within the borders. You don't have to be a bird, but you have to like prove your devotion to the bird culture.
They don't speak nothing but
Anyways.
bird there.
It is like highly frowned upon to speak anything but bird there. Okay, so
I give all the paperwork to the council of everything that happened in relation to what happened in the dungeon and shit like that, tied to all those circumstances. That's why I feel like I didn't really need to speak up and clarify that. All detailed.
who's gonna hand you this quest? Let's make it Roran. Archthaumaturge Roran finally stands up. The only thing he'd done this whole time is raise his hand to agree to give you power. He stands up, rickety. He's got. I'm gonna literally say he's got like a staff of the Archmage, the oldest staff of the Archmage, staff of power that you've ever seen. Like the bottom of it, it's definitely like lost like 3 inches just from constant use as a cane.
I love that detail so much.
that's great.
He gets up. The Drakk horn has sounded. He's like shaking as he speaks.
Does he look like he needs assistance?
No, he's standing on his own will. The sea of moving ice far to the north was the last known location of the Drakkhorn. No one can pinpoint its present location from the sound, or even verify with certainty that the relic is still in the Northern Sea. But the search must start there, and he like points his cane at Oogway as he says it. The one person who could tell us more is a tiefling sorcerer called Makath the Crimson. No one alive knows more about the Drakkhorn than her, but the Arcane Brotherhood, of which she is a member, hasn't seen her for 3 years. She was investigating the Sea of Moving Ice when she disappeared. Travel there. Find Makath. Find the Drakkhorn. See if we can begin to piece together this mystery before the Dragon Queen consumes our world.
Hmm. We will.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what a dragon is, but my buddy Justin over here makes it seem like they're not too bad. So I think we could.
I
handle them.
pull out a
sounds like
book.
we don't.
Okay, well,
need to-
so the Elven King sort of stands up and goes, "You don't know what a dragon is? Well, I'll fucking show you." And he like waves his hand, and an illusion of a little elven village appears on the table in front of you. Now, only a bit of dust remains on the table that is blown away by this illusion. So you can see it's like an aerial view of a little elven village, little elven houses, the elves walking around, like getting their water, making bread. Like imagine like the opening scene from Beauty and the Beast is playing. There's like one little elf girl singing bonjour, 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 bonjour.
This is great.
bonjour." And then a moment later, a green dragon just flies in, billowing poison, and like the bell elf is choking as her eyeballs pop, and the and like children are also dying in the streets.
Okay.
The bread instantly like rots. And a green dragon, somewhere between adult and ancient, probably. Can't remember what size. I can go look real quick. This one.
Are all dragons evil?
No,
No.
no.
But-
And
Oogway-
do you ask that out loud as Oogway?
I feel like Oogway would know that.
Okay, then
Do
no.
you
There
agree?
is chromatic dragons, which are the ones we're talking about, which are almost always evil. And then there are metallic dragons, which there is like the opposite there. So there's Tiamat, the Dragon Queen, and then there's Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon. And literally right there, right next to you, is a paladin of the Platinum Dragon, the good dragon. They're silver, gold, bronze, copper. Silver, gold, bronze, copper. Anybody remember the fifth one?
Cobalt? No,
Cobalt?
that's not it.
Silver,
Mithril?
Silver, gold, bronze,
Obsidian.
copper,
Yes.
Brass. It's brass.
Brass.
How about brass?
It is brass.
Give him a
Good
little
job,
brass.
Carl.
Carl, you
Gets
know
an
you're the
inspiration.
tungsten dragons?
Carl comes in clutch.
Damn,
Carl-
Sean
Carl-
inspiration.
Carl
What
gets
is an inspiration?
It's very rare for
funny.
Sean to hand those out.
That means Carl can re-roll any d20 at any point from now on once.
from now on, yeah.
Oh, okay. The thing I was gonna say, when the Elf King shows this dragon being, we asked what is a dragon, and then he shows a dragon like doing mass murder.
Yeah, annihilating an
Oogway,
elven village.
Knowing that not all dragons are evil, is gonna say, enough theatrics.
Not all dragons are evil. All chromatic dragons are evil. And chromatic dragons. So here's roll me a history check, buddy. There's a bit of. I want you to have the information and to not.
Roll a 12.
Okay. Chromatic dragons, from what you know, are the only ones that show themselves. So everybody's 98% of the world's understanding of dragons comes from the evil ones that steal gold, make hordes, kill people, because they show themselves to do that. Metallic dragons, from what you know, and you don't know a lot about metallic dragons, they keep to themselves. They do create hordes to a degree, but they don't mass slaughter for them. They often will mingle with the mortal races. They'll shapeshift to mingle with the mortal races, and they will just sort of like make friends,
Make sorcerers.
they'll fuck around, make sorcerers, make draconic bloodline sorcerers.
At this point, Herrick is not unconvinced that the guy 2 seats over from him is not actually a platinum
A
dragon.
platinum dragon in disguise, yeah. So when you say like cut
okay.
do you see where I'm at with?
It's not super theatrical.
It's not. No, like he's definitely showing you a genuine scene that definitely happened in his kingdom in the past like week or two. Like that is a real village that was slaughtered by a green dragon, and I'm trying to find how big it is. I'm gonna call it adult. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? We've sort of been handed a task.
Yeah, we need to go search an ocean for a relic.
Find a guy named Macath, I believe his name was.
Yeah, that was the other part. It was a sorcerer, tiefling, right?
Yep. In the water.
Yep, there is. There's a little town. I'll say there's like a far northern town for you to go to that I don't have a name for right now.
Macath.
Maccath.
Can I get custom adventuring clothes made for my companions?
Oh, tight.
Like official uniform.
What? What did you ask?
Official uniforms to be made for
Well,
me and my adventuring group.
We'll send you to the tabard maker before you leave. You can have
Perfect.
tabards made up.
Thank you.
I'm sure that the chroniclers of the dragon who track where they are are aware of the black dragon.
Archthaumaturge was aware. The council is aware, and Mosley has been warned. But like, the vibe you get back is if that dragon chooses to attack the keep, we are not spending the resources to defend the keep. So you better hope and pray that dragon does not attack the keep while you're not there.
No resources whatsoever.
Not more than they've already sent.
Do we have a ballista at the keep?
There is a ballista at the keep. There's actually 4 ballista at the keep, one on each tower. Truth is an adult green dragon. Figured it out. It is that the green dragon in the illusion. Sorry it took me this long. I knew it was big. I just couldn't fucking figure out. So yeah, I was right. It's somewhere in the adult to ancient range. So massive, a gargantuan dragon in that illusion.
Very big.
Very big.
I get it. Sure. We'll go to the north. You know, pretty much any water planet you go to has a moving frozen lake in the north. You know.
Are you a plane walker?
No.
Okay.
I can see into the planes. That's related.
I like trains.
My idea is this plane is a lot bigger than just this planet. You know? He walks this one plane. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Like a
I have
spaceman.
books about it.
Is this place just known as the Village?
What place?
In the north.
In the north.
Where
I
we need
think
to
it is-
find McAfee, the security
I
system.
think it is just called the Village. Just like known colloquial. It has no name.
As long as the only way to, as long as it's not the only way to get there is in giant rubber bouncy ball.
Nope.
Huh.
Nope. You are told that you will take the Lawbringer to East City, and the port in East City, or Port City. I can't remember. What I called it. The city that you guys, as Curiosity, kept going in and out of, where you first got your ship.
Oh, I
and then
think
you
that's
return back.
called
Okay.
Eddie's hometown.
it's Eddie's
Eddyville.
like grandpa's Bill.
Yeah, Eddyville.
What was Eddie's last name? I don't remember.
Blazegar.
Blazegar.
Yeah.
What a silly name.
Very silly name.
You will be brought there, and then a ship has been chartered for you, known as the Frost Skimmer. And you'll take the Frost Skimmer, which is a genuine, like, on the water ship. You'll take that to the north.
Oh, Piercer.
To an ice, to a giant iceberg, in the far northern sea, which on the top of that iceberg is the Village.
We're going sailing. You ready,
Yeah.
Justin?
So,
Ooh, I want to go sailing.
well, do we have to leave? Should we gather resources?
Well, we got to get our custom cloaks. Is that what we're getting?
That and just like any other adventure gear.
How custom are the cloaks?
No, they're not cloaks, they're tabards.
What is that?
They're what?
A tabard?
Like a
So it's like a shirt almost. It goes over your shirt, but it could also go over like your armor. Like a not thin, but not like overly thick cloth piece of fabric.
We're
that can have a
getting
design on it.
tunics.
No, they're not
Yeah.
tunics.
kind of like a
They're
like a
armor
sandwich,
tunics.
You know, sandwich board.
Oh,
How they got, like, a-
okay.
The sandwich board, like front and back.
Yeah, I know. It's armor tunics. I see them.
Dan,
The
think of a
tunic's different.
Templar.
Yeah, but
think
it-
of like a Crusader
Templar.
Templar and how
Can we
they
get-
had
can we
armor
get
and then
cloaks
they had
instead?
cloth over
Who do we ask for clothes?
I feel like a cloak or tabard would be acceptable, right?
I think that is acceptable, yeah.
cloaks
I
for the
want
mages,
cloaks.
tabards for the fighters.
I'll take
I,
tabards,
want,
please.
I want a cloak.
That's fine. Give me a design. Give me a design for Keeper Co. And that will go on cloaks and tabards.
You.
Can it be Mosley's mustache?
No, but I love that. That's hilarious.
All right.
Very funny.
A picture of the
I think that's where we're going to call tonight's game.
Wonderful. That was good.
I think this is a good place. We will, I think, be taking the next couple weeks off
Yeah.
For the holidays.
for the holidays.
Weeks.
Definitely next week.
Okay.
Most likely.
And I'm just gonna call it
Yeah.
the week after. I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna say the week after. I go back to work the second, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna take those 2 weekends and actually have like full on vacation. No, what's the word I'm looking? Responsibilities.
Yeah.
And we'll come
No
back the
obligations.
6th. Yeah, no obligations, and we'll come back the 6th of January.
And we'll
in
come
the
back
new
to the
year.
6th to Rise of the Dragon Queen.
Yeah, you've correctly guessed. Finally the book has been sussed out.
Uh-oh.
I have been running Tyranny of Dragons.
Oh man.
I have the nice, like, really fancy double book that they came out with that, like, updated it because the original printing is rough.
Nice.
The original printing is because it's the first. It was the first book they came out with for 5e.
Are you marking out their names with ink pen and writing yours?
I have a whole document to the side here.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I was doing. That's what I was doing in the break. Was like,
Yeah.
I am not using Raven Guard. I'm not like I have to wholly rip apart the Lord's Alliance. That's why we have all of these
Yeah.
goofy goobers. Is that's the Lord's Alliance, but for us.
That's the Lord's Alliance.
That's so funny how it comes full circle, Nick.
Yep, right? It's great.
Have you guys done this one before?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
attempted
me and Trevor have. But this will be better, trust me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and it's like different because it's not Storm Coast, it's not Faerun. I'm like,
Oh, it's
I'm
gonna be your
using it
own
as
thing.
a template and just like wholly cannibalizing pieces of it.
Yeah.